My name is Carla Duran, and I am a horse trainer and riding instructor. It's very rewarding, very challenging for sure. There can be a lot of ups and downs. Horses don't necessarily respond to training overnight, so it can take a lot of years of investment of time, but it's really rewarding seeing them turn out to be good horses in the end. So like for example, today I'm going to start teaching and training at 12:45. I'll probably be at the stables for about 7 to 8 hours, and I will every hour on the hour I'll either be teaching a lesson, which sometimes are like anywhere from beginner riders who are just learning how to ride to coaching more advanced riders who have their own horses and they're preparing for competitions, and then also mixed in with the teaching we'll be riding some of our horses that are in training. Some of them are young and just kind of learning things, and the others are more advanced horses that are getting geared up for showing. I don't think I really had a choice. My parents had racehorses when I was a kid, and I've been riding my entire life. Like literally there's pictures of me with like my baby bottle clenched in my teeth, like sitting on top of a horse. So my parents definitely taught me at first, but I joined this international organization called the United States Pony Club. The name sounds kind of silly, but it's actually because it originated in England and they call all horses ponies there. But it teaches not only riding but also horsemanship, and from the very beginning levels, just on like day-to-day horse care, all the way up through like Pony Club graduates who, and usually you're in Pony Club for like almost 20 years, have like as much knowledge as your equine veterinarian would. I think for me, my niche is really working with horses that other people have found too difficult to train, and I find that usually it's not that those horses want to be difficult, they're just either have past trauma or just really misunderstood. That sounds cliche, but for the most part horses, being herd animals, like really want to please their leader, and so if they're not doing that, it's usually not because they want to be bad, it's just because they don't understand what's expected of them. And the worst part, I think a lot of people would probably think like, oh, it's getting plucked off, which is not fun. I've definitely spent a lot of time in emergency rooms in my life, but I think really the worst part is trying to convince people to like keep giving a horse that's having a hard time like the benefit of the doubt, because a lot of people are just like, you know what, they're being bad, like forget about it, and they get angry and frustrated, and I find myself like more often than not like arguing with people to advocate for the horse. Patience and patience and patience. No, but patience, discipline, definitely, because like I said, horses don't really they don't even learn as quickly as dogs, so you have to be like really disciplined and really consistent. Just do the same thing over and over again very clearly until the horse understands. And also creativity, because it takes a lot of creative problem solving when a horse isn't understanding something. Sometimes you just have to take a step back and be like, okay, how can I communicate this differently in a way that they'll understand? Well, for the most part, I specialize in disciplines called dressage and 3-day eventing, and just brief summary, dressage is originated in Europe, and it's teaching the horses like balance and suppleness and responsiveness to cues. So you might see like on TV or something like horses doing like really intricate like moving sideways and pirouettes and things like that. And then 3-day eventing actually is partly dressage and then 2 jumping phases. One is the cross-country phase, which is like galloping in big fields and jumping kind of naturally inspired obstacles, and the other is show jumping. And as far as techniques for training, I do try as much as possible to not use any force. I just think that horses that are trained with force wouldn't given the option, they're not going to make the decision that you want. My philosophy is always like, I want my horse to want to do what I want them to do. I don't want them to feel like it's their only option. And then I also use a lot of what some people might call natural horsemanship techniques that just tap into the horse's herd instincts, how they would normally respond to the leader of their herd to get them to do what I want them to do.